Ontario is supposed to be a place where rights are protected and freedom are celebrated. Instead, in the province of Ontario, Doug Ford passed an unconstitutional piece of legislation that denied union members the right to freely bargain a fair deal for workers. We're heading to court on behalf of working families who are being denied a fair deal to help their families stay above water because of the anti-worker, anti-woman, anti-immigrant piece of legislation that Doug Ford rammed through with his majority government. Bill 124 is sexist. It's racist, and it was passed under a false pretense. The PC party, who came to govern in 2018, falsely told us that Bill 124 was about fighting the deficit, even as they incurred huge costs to tear up green energy contracts, even as they looked to blow $1 billion to tear up the beer store contract. Not only did Doug Ford not tackle the deficit, instead, his Ontario PC government created the largest deficit in Ontario's history. I want you to think about that. The Ontario PC government brought in Bill 124 only to spend more money, all while denying the workers in the education and care economy cost of living increases during a cost of living crisis. Bill 124 was never about ensuring a government spent responsibly. Bill 124 was always about politics. Specifically, Bill 124 was about exacting political revenge on opponents of the PC party. Listen, I love my brothers and sisters who are police, and I love our brothers and sisters who are firefighters. And I'm happy that they bargained a better wage increases freely, as we all should be able to freely do. Bill 124 never infringed on their right to freely negotiate. So, Bill 124 was designed to ensure that some, but not all workers, had their paychecks cut in real terms. Let's call this for what it is. Bill 124 was an attack on workers, mostly women, in the education and care economy, who were not allies of the Ontario PC party. Bill 124 hurt working women the most, who vote for the PCs the least. So, in Doug Ford's Ontario, where working people are seeing double-digit rent increases because the Premier removed reasonable rent control, Bill 124 makes sure their wages can't keep up. I want to read you a quote. Workers have every right to demand raises for soaring food, homes, and fuel prices. Those words were said by the new leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, Pierre Poilievre. I agree with Pierre Poilievre. I truly do. And if he truly believes these words, as an MP who represents workers in the province of Ontario, I invite him to speak out against Bill 124 and Doug Ford's infringement on the freedoms of working people to collectively bargain a fair collective agreement. As we'll argue in court, taking away the rights and freedoms of workers to bargain a fair wage increases is not only unconstitutional, but it's pouring fire on the health human resources crisis in Ontario. In a clumsy attempt to solve the health human resource crisis of their own making, politicians at Queen's Park then singled out which workers could get a retention bonus or wage bump, and which ones couldn't. Politicians shouldn't get to decide which workers are worthy. They should just uphold the Constitution and respect the rights of all workers to bargain, like the people who clean our hospitals, like the people who prepare the food in our nursing homes, like the ones behind me today who teach our kids and care for our seniors and loved ones. I have some advice for Doug Ford, who continues to spend taxpayers' dollars on court cases he keeps losing. Premier, you have a choice. Repeal Bill 124 today to help working families, or waste more money just to lose in court and have your anti-worker law ruled to be unconstitutional. Thank you very much.